Good morning, everyone. Today is January the 22nd, and it is also, drumroll please, part 30 of my journey to becoming a voice actor. That's right. It is officially part 30, which means it's the 30th stream. And which also means that we have been going at this for, at this point, I think it's let's see. Hey, we have been going at this for over officially a month now. Because we started actually I can check the calendar right here and I can tell you exactly when. We started on November 28th. So December 28th has passed. So by next Sunday, we'll have actually been streaming for 2 months, which is pretty freaking cool. Here, let me share something besides just the black void with you all, so you guys can actually see something rather than nothing. Whoops. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so part 30. Pretty exciting. Um so few things for housekeeping. Number one, my goal this week is to get out the 100 subscribers special video. Um for those of you that are tuned in or planning on tuning in, if you plan on rewatching this later too, my plan with that is basically I'm going to describe what the channel's about, what my goal is, and show a compilation of a bunch of different voices that I've done over the past almost, excuse me, for almost the past 2 months now. All the voices I've done live, everything I've recorded, to give a preview of what to expect. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm gonna try to film that on I'll try to do that probably at some point tomorrow. Or maybe even today. We'll see. Because I'm thinking whether or not I want to go to the gym today. Um, it just came back from a friend's cottage. Still pretty sore. I could probably do upper body, but my legs are absolutely dead. So definitely no leg day for me today. Tomorrow, that's a different story. Okay. So, you might be wondering, okay, Steven, what's the game plan? Well, it's funny. If you guys tuned into the last stream, you'll know that during the reading, the author Robert Greene in the book we're reading, Mastery, um, he mentioned that some of the best ideas that come to us are when we are doing something that is relaxing, super stress free, and we're not thinking about anything really. We're just letting our minds go blank for a bit. Like when we're taking, a walk or, go into a sauna and just relax. Oh, excuse me. Or take a shower. And for me, this idea came up while I was taking a shower actually last night. Um, and I know exactly what scene we're going to do today. So this scene is from Batman Arkham Knight. Um, I will say right now there is a spoiler warning. I mean, this game has been out for like almost 10 years now. So if you haven't played this game, go play it. You need to go play it. Because it's amazing. So yeah, this is a scene from Batman Arkham Knight. This is the scene of this is the scene of when the Arkham Knight is face to face with Batman, and Batman finds out the true identity of the Arkham Knight. Okay. So let's share the screen so I can share with you guys the scene. Hopefully I don't get copyright strikes. I shouldn't. Usually for the Batman stuff, I'm okay. It's more so when we get into the territory of Star Wars scenes. Usually, okay, so one thing I will say that I've noticed is out of all my streams, usually when it comes to video games, it's okay. Video game scenes are okay. They're not really that regulated on YouTube because anybody can record gameplay. Now, when it comes to movies, that's when it can get a little tricky. Although I did do the Killing Joke, which was an animation, and that seemed to be okay. But again, that video, I might revisit that because I didn't do it with the video below, and also I recorded that a long time ago. That was like right near the beginning of when I was just starting to stream. So maybe it'd be cool to revisit that and see how far I've come. Yeah. So let's take a look at this scene. I'm curious to see how long this will be.
Turn around.
Who are you?
You really have no idea, do you, Bruce?
Jason. But you're dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats. I might have told you a teeny tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We did good. You should be proud.
What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt.
Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die!
That's not what happened.
You always told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. You wanna know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down!
Jason's taken a sniping position. I need to get close, take him by surprise. Jason, I can help you.
There's no helping me!
Okay. Let's see. If we go a bit further, this is just the fight sequence.
Talking to me!
You did this to me.
I'm sorry.
You left me to rot in that abandoned wing of Arkham for over a year! With him.
It's not too late. We can fix this. Together. Alfred, I found Jason.
Excuse me, sir. I must have misheard you. For a moment, I thought you said that you'd found Master Todd.
You heard right.
My God, is he all right?
No. No, he's not.
Yeah, so a lot of people weren't happy about this reveal. This is one of the biggest things that caused like a lot of how do I put this? Not controversy, but like yeah, a lot of people weren't really happy about it because apparently I didn't know about this, but everybody, like a bunch of other people did. Apparently they hinted at Arkham Knight being Jason Todd the whole like way a long time ago, like even before the game came out they were teasing it. So people were kind of pissed off. And I don't know, I guess people were hoping that the Arkham Knight was a new character completely or somebody different. So when it was Jason Todd, it was like people were like, "Oh, like why is it Jason Todd?" So it was kind of weird. I don't really, I don't know. I thought it was okay. Now, okay, one thing I will say from my playthrough is I did get spoiled this reveal, which I was really pissed off about. I was not happy about that. Oh no, you know what? I know what it is. Yes. So, it's not that it was spoiled in advance, but it was in game. One of the things that they did is they showed flashbacks of Joker torturing Jason Todd, which I guess people were like, "Oh, like, you know, that's a little on the nose." Like, okay, so if it's showing this must mean that Jason Todd's still alive, and if he's still alive and knows so much, who knows so much about the Batman's tactics? It would only be him. So,
Guess that's the end of the Arkham Knight. He chose the name himself, you know. Bless him. Where better to drive a man crazy than in the madhouse? Oh, I miss that place, don't you? Who knows? Maybe we'll end up back there one day, eh?
huh. Yeah, so okay, it would definitely be
from me! I will hunt you down! And you just...
Turn around.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You really have no idea, do you,
Bruce.
Jason.
Jason.
But
You're
dead.
dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats. I might have told you a teeny tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We did good. You should be proud.
What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt.
Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die!
That's not what happened.
You always told me, Bruce.
That's not
focus
what
on
happened.
What I want to achieve, and it'll happen. You want to know what I want now, Mom? I want you dead.
You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down!
All right. So, let me just pull this up real quick. So I can see your guys' comments. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll practice this a bunch of times and then record, and then maybe if we're feeling confident enough, we could try recording a video for this. We'll see. We will see. Depends how good this one comes out. Alright, so let's try Batman's lines. Alright.
turn around.
Who are you?
You really have no idea, do you,
Bruce.
Jason.
But
you're dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats.
Jason.
I might have told you a
But you're
teeny
dead.
tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We did good. You should be proud.
What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt.
Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh?
Joker
A
sent
month?
me the
A
film.
week? I
I
trusted
saw him
you!
kill you.
And you just left me to die!
That's not what
You
happened.
always told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. You want to know what I want now, Mom? I want you dead.
hunt you down!
So what we'll do is we'll practice Batman's lines, and then we'll practice Jason Todd's lines. And then we'll record them both today.
Turn around.
Turn. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do the robotic voice.
Who are you?
You really have no idea. Do you, bro?
Who are you?
You really have no idea.
Do you, Bruce? Jason.
But you're
You're
dead.
dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats. I might have told you a teeny tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We did good. You should be proud.
What's the matter?
What's the matter?
Lost
Lost
for
for words? I expected more. I'm hurt.
Joker
You
sent me the
film. I saw him kill you.
Don't you
You
dare,
dare lie to me!
How long did
you wait before
replacing
replacing me?
huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die!
That's not what happened!
You always told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. You wanna know what I want now? Huh? I want you dead.
You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down!
Turn around.
Who are you?
You really have no idea.
Do you, Bruce? Jason.
But
you're dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats. I might have told you a teeny tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We
See, if I
did
could do a
good.
good Joker,
You should
this would be a great
proud.
time to do that.
What's the matter?
Lost for words? I expected more.
I'm
Hurt.
Joker
You sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die!
That's not what happened!
You always told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. You wanna know what I want now? Huh? I want you dead.
You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down!
Alright, so now let's try Jason's lines. Turn around.
Who are you?
You really have no idea. Do you, Bruce?
Jason. But you're dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats. I might have told you a teeny tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We did good. You should be proud.
What's the
What's
matter?
the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt.
Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A week? A month?
I trusted
Well,
you!
whoops, it's a month.
Me, huh?
Huh?
A
A
month?
month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die!
That's not
Not what happened.
You always
You told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve.
and
And it'll happen. Well, you don't want to know what I
want
want
now,
now, huh?
I
I want you dead. You can't hide. You can't hide from me. I will hunt you down.
I'll hunt you down! You can't hide
Hi-
from me!
You can't hide. You can't hide from me. I will hunt you down.
You down!
Turn around. Turn around.
Who are you?
You really have no idea.
Do you, Bruce?
Jason. But you're dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats. I might have told you a teeny tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We did good. You should be proud.
What's the
What's the
matter?
matter?
Lost
Lost.
for words?
Okay, I gotta know that line. What's the matter?
What's the
What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt.
Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die!
That's not what happened.
You always told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now?
I
Huh?
want you.
Well, you want to know what I want now? Huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down! Alright, we'll do it one more time and then we'll start recording on Audacity.
Turn around.
Who are you?
You really have no idea.
Do you,
Bruce?
Jason. But you're dead.
Let's not fall out here, Bats. I might have told you a teeny tiny little lie. But come on, look at the boy. You did good. We did good. You should be proud.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Joker sent me the film.
I
Saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me!
I saw him kill you.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! That's not what happened! You know to me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down! Alright, let's start recording Audacity. I think we can definitely get this scene down today. Honestly, it's a very short scene. And this will be... 2 or 3 shorts I'll post. I think one thing I've noticed is that it's weird. Okay, so on Instagram, you guys really like the longer shorts. On YouTube, the ones that have gotten the best reception are actually the ones that have been between, I believe, 20 to 30 seconds. So I'm thinking, now that I've experimented a little bit, I'm going to keep the short range between 20 to 30 seconds long per part. Yeah, around that. Just because I want to be able to provide, like, I want to provide good quality content. And yeah, it's all about just experimenting with how much time to do per short. But I'm going to stick to that range. I'm going to stick between about, well, actually, no, not 20 to 30, about 25 to 30 seconds long. Just so I have more to work with. All right, let's see if all the audio devices are set up. Oh, it might actually be okay. Let's see. Testing, testing. 1 2 3 1 2 3 testing. Testing, testing. 1 2 3 1 2 3 testing. Testing, testing. 1 2 3 1 2 3 testing. All right, so that is pretty quiet. We're going to have to increase that for sure. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Jason, but you're dead. Jason, but you're dead. Okay. All right, so let's give this a shot. So we'll do Batman's lines first and then Jason's. Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2. Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2. Test, test, test. 1 2 1 2. Who are you? 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 Jason, but you're dead. Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Jason, but you're dead. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Joker sent me the film. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened.
Okay, so that's not bad for practice. So we'll mute that. Then we'll try again. I'll share with you guys the scene that I'm doing. Yeah, so this would be like 2, maybe 3 shorts long. For this one scene. Ugh, excuse me. Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Who are you? Who are you? Jason, but you're dead.
Jason, who are you? Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
I think the third one's the best one out of those.
That's not what happened. Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened.
All right, all right.
Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Sent me the film. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened.
I really wish I had 2 monitors for this. This would make it a whole lot easier, man. I'll just leave it on Audacity here. Okay. Okay. So now we'll do Jason's lines.
Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead! You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down! Turn around. You. Turn around. Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare!
Oh, that is way too loud.
How long did you wait before?
Oh boy. Yeah, that's way too loud. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before?
Wow. Okay, yeah. Way too loud. Way too loud. It's okay. So we're going to turn this way down. And we'll try that again. Let's try it again. That was way too fucking loud. All right.
Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down! Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! Don't you dare lie!
Okay, that's better.
Turn around. Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down! I will hunt you down! Turn around. Turn around. You really have no idea, do you? Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I... You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down!
Those are pretty good. I'm pretty happy with those takes, honestly. Okay, I think I'll take this moment here to take a break. We've been streaming for just over an hour now. And when we come back, we'll try and record this. We'll try and honestly, yeah, we'll we'll try and record this through the phone and have both voices, which would be pretty cool. So that'll be the goal for the second, or for the second part of the stream. So yeah, I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, and we are back. So, let's try and record this. Okay. So let's set up the camera here. I'll have to apologize in advance. I won't be able to see your comments for a little bit, but you guys can still leave them and I'll respond to them when I can. Okay, I'm just gonna do a test. See if this works. Okay. How long did you wait? A week? A month? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! Alright, let's see how this came out. Yeah. So we'll do Batman's lines. Actually, no. No, we're gonna do Jason's lines first, and then we're gonna do Batman's lines. Because Jason's lines are more difficult to pull off. It's cold. All right, we got 45 minutes or so to do this, so let's get it done. Actually, less than that, 40 minutes. Okay. Let's do this.
Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead! You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down!
All right, let's see how the video came out. Okay, nice. Video came out well. Splendid. So now we have to do Batman after we edit it. Well, we gotta edit it first. Let's see if it came out the way I wanted it to.
Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? Bruce. Bruce. Do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected. What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! Focus on what... You always told me, Bruce. Focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. What now, huh? I want you. Huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down! Turn around. You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want? You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You always told me, Bruce. You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down! What's the matter? Lost for words? What's the matter? Turn around. 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 Round. Round. Around. 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 Turn around. Around. Turn around. Turn around. 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 Round. Around. 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 You really have no idea, do you, Bruce? What's the matter? Lost for words? I expected more. I'm hurt. Don't you dare lie to me! How long did you wait before replacing me, huh? A month? A week? I trusted you! And you just left me to die! You always told me, Bruce, focus on what I want to achieve, and it'll happen. Well, you want to know what I want now, huh? I want you dead. You can't hide from me! I will hunt you down!
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. We'll export that. Alright, now we have to do Batman's voice. Nowhere to run, bats. It's the freaking bat! Holy crap, it's the freaking bat! We ain't scared of you, bat. We know all about all your moves. You ain't gonna scare us no more. It's the bat! Man, Jim Gordon has the worst record of getting captured by people. At least in the Arkham series. Like, I'm pretty sure he's captured in Asylum. He's captured in Origins. He gets captured in... Does he get captured in City? I don't know if he does. I'm trying to remember if he's actually in Arkham City. I don't think so. No, I think that's the one game, funnily enough, he's not in. But yeah, this guy gets captured in Asylum, and then he gets captured in Arkham Origins, and then he gets captured in Arkham Knight. He gets captured in Arkham Knight multiple times too. Multiple times. Okay, let's get Batman's lines down. If we get this down early, we can start reading a bit earlier. Actually, for Batman, we want to raise it a little bit. Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened. Who are you?
Jason, but... Jason, but... Jason, but... You're dead.
Jason, but you're dead.
You're dead. Dead. Joker sent me the film. Sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
That's not what happened.
Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
That's not what happened.
Who are you? Jason, but...
I don't know.
Who are you? Jason. 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 But... You're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
That's not what happened.
Who are you? Jason. Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
That's not what happened. That's not what happened.
That's not what happened.
Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Jason, but you're dead. Who are you?
Alright. That sounds good. We'll try that one more time just to see if we can get like just in case I can get a better take. Because I feel like I could do better. So we'll give that another shot. Oh. Oh.
Who are you? Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you.
No, I don't like that either. Try again from once again from the top. Actually, I'll just do this.
Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Who are you? Jason, but you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened. That's not. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. Who are you? Who are you? Joker sent me the film. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Jason. But you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. Jason. But you're dead. You're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened. That's not. That's not what happened. 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 Who are you? Jason. But you're dead. Joker sent me the film. I saw him kill you. That's not what happened.
All right. That sounds good to me. Okay, I'm gonna take another quick break, and then when I come back, we'll finish off the stream with some reading, guys. So I will be back in a little bit. Okay. So for the last little bit, all right, here we go. So let's get ready here. All right, so let us continue our book. Mastery by Robert Greene. So last where we left off, talked about how, let's see here, what did we talk about? Yes, we talked about the third step of the creative active phase, which is the creative breakthrough, tension, and insight. And how when we are pursuing something and we come to a point where we're facing a lot of tension, that means that we're actually progressing, not falling behind or lacking. It means that we're actually doing something right. If we're struggling, it means that we're at a point in our pursuit of whatever career that we're on the right track, and that if we are able to push through this, we're going to come out the other side even better. We also talked about John Coltrane, who is one of the most highly renowned and legendary jazz musicians of all time. He took on an apprenticeship, a combination of a self-apprenticeship and following a few other teachers to create his own style of music. And unfortunately, he lived a very short life. He would only live to the age of 45. Or age of 40 of liver cancer. very unfortunate. But yeah, it's basically talking about, we're now going over, what is it here? 9 different strategic approaches to the same goal. This is the stories of 9 different masters. So we read the first one, which is Don Coltrane, and now we are moving on to the second story of another great master. Number 2, The Fact of Great Yield. For as long as he can remember, V.S. Ramachandran, born 1951, has been fascinated by any kind of strange phenomenon in nature. As narrated in Chapter 1, see page 32, at a very young age, he began collecting seashells from beaches near his home in Madras. In researching the subject, his attention was drawn to the most peculiar varieties of seashells, such as the carnivorous murex. Soon, he added these unusual specimens to his collection. As he got older, he transferred this interest to abnormal phenomena in chemistry, astronomy, and human anatomy. Perhaps he intuited that these anomalies fulfilled some kind of purpose in nature, that what does not fit the pattern has something interesting to tell us. Perhaps he felt that he himself, with his passion for science, when other boys were attracted to sports or games, was a bit of an anomaly as well. In any event, as he matured, his attraction to the bizarre and abnormal only grew. In the 1980s, as a professor of visual psychology at the University of California at San Diego, he came upon a phenomenon that appealed to his interest in anomalies in the deepest way: the so-called phantom limb syndrome. In this case, people who have had a limb amputated continue to experience sensation and pain where the limb used to be. In his research as a visual psychologist, Ramachandran had specialized in optical illusions, instances in which the brain would incorrectly fill in information from what the eyes had processed. Phantom limbs represented an optical illusion on a much larger scale, with the brain supplying sensation where there could be none. Why would the brain send such signals? Why does such a phenomenon tell us about the brain in general? And why were there so few people interested in this truly bizarre condition? He became obsessed with these questions, and read everything he could about the subject. One day, in 1991, he read about an experiment conducted by Dr. Timothy Pons of the National Institute of Health that astounded him with its possible ramifications. Pons' experiment was based on research from the 1950s, in which the Canadian neurosurgeon Wilder Penfield had been able to map the areas of the human brain that regulate sensation in various body parts. This map ended up being applicable to primates as well. In Pons' experiment, he worked with monkeys whose nerve fibers from the brain to one arm had been severed. In testing out the map of their brains, Pons discovered that when he touched the hand of the dead arm, there was no activity in the corresponding part of the brain, as expected. But when he touched their faces, suddenly, the cells in the brain that corresponded to the dead hand began to fire rapidly, in addition to those of the face. The nerve cells in the brain that govern sensation in the hand had somehow migrated to the area of the face. It was impossible to know for sure, but it seemed that these monkeys were experiencing sensation in the dead hand when their faces were touched. Excuse me. Inspired by this discovery, Ramachandran decided to conduct an experiment that was astonishing for its simplicity. He brought into his office a young man who, because of a recent car accident, had his left arm amputated from just above the elbow, and was now experiencing considerable sensation in his phantom limb. Using a cotton swab, Ramachandran proceeded to touch the man's legs and stomach. He reported completely normal sensations, but when Ramachandran swabbed a particular part of his cheek, the man experienced a sensation both in the cheek and in the thumb of his phantom hand. Moving around the face with the Q-tip, Ramachandran found other areas corresponding to other parts of the missing hand. The results were remarkably similar to those of Pond's experiment. The implications of this one simple test were profound. It had been largely assumed in neuroscience that the connections in the brain are hardwired at birth, or in the earliest years, and are essentially permanent. The results of this experiment contradicted this assumption. In this case, after a traumatic accident, it appeared that the brain had altered itself in a dramatic fashion, creating whole new networks of connections in a relatively short amount of time. This meant that the human brain is potentially far more plastic than had been imagined. In this case, the brain had altered itself in an odd and seemingly inexplicable way. But what if this power to alter itself could be harnessed for positive, therapeutic uses? Based on this experiment, Ramachandran decided to shift fields, moving into the neuroscience department at UCSD and devoting his time and research to anomalous neurological disorders. He decided to take his phantom limb experiment a step further. Many patients with a severed limb experience an odd kind of paralysis that is highly painful. They feel the phantom limb. They want to move it, but cannot, and they feel a cramping and sometimes an excruciating ache. Ramachandran speculated that before the limb had been amputated, the brain had learned to experience the arm or leg as paralyzed, and once it had been amputated, it continued to feel it that way. Would it be possible, considering the plasticity of the brain, to unlearn this paralysis? And so he came up with yet another incredibly simple experiment to test out his idea. Using a mirror that he had in his office, he proceeded to construct his own apparatus. He took a cardboard box with the lid removed and made 2 armholes in the front of the box. He then positioned the upright mirror inside of it. Patients were instructed to place their good arm through one hole and their severed arm right up to the other hole. They were to maneuver the mirror until the image of their good arm was seen in the position where their other arm should be. In moving their good arm and seeing it move in the position of the severed one, almost instantly, these patients experienced an alleviation of the feeling of paralysis. Most of the patients who took the box home with them and practiced with it were able to unlearn the paralysis, much to their relief. Once again, the meaning of this discovery was profound. Not only was the brain more plastic, but the senses were also much more interconnected than previously imagined. The brain did not consist of modules for each sense. Instead, they overlapped. In this case, pure visual stimuli had altered the sense of touch and sensation. But beyond that, this experiment also called into question the whole notion of pain. Pain, it seemed, was a kind of opinion the body rendered on what it was experiencing, on its own health. This opinion could be tricked or manipulated, as the mirror experiment had shown. In further experiments, Ramachandran arranged it so that patients would see a student's arm instead of their own, superimposed over the phantom limb. They would not be aware that this had been done, and when the student moved the arm, they experienced the same relief from paralysis. It was merely the sight of the movement that created the effect. This made the sensation of pain seem increasingly more subjective and subject to alteration. Over the ensuing years, Ramachandran would perfect this creative style of investigation into an art, transforming himself into one of the leading neuroscientists in the world. He developed certain guidelines for his strategy. He would look for any evidence of anomalies in neuroscience or in related fields, ones that brought up questions that had the potential to challenge conventional wisdom. His criteria were that he had to be able to show it was a real phenomenon. Something like telepathy would not fall into this category. That it could be explained in terms of current science, and that it had important implications stretching beyond the confines of his own field. If others were ignoring it because it seemed too weird, so much the better. He would have the research field all to himself. Furthermore, he looked for ideas that he could verify through simple experiments. No heavy or expensive equipment. He had noticed that those who got large grants for their research, which would include all of the technological gadgetry that went with it, would become embroiled in political games in order to justify the money being spent on them. They would rely on technology instead of their own thinking. And they would become conservative, not wanting to rock the boat with their conclusions. He preferred to do his work with cotton swabs in mirrors, and by engaging in detailed conversations with his patients. For instance, he became intrigued by the neurological disorder known as how do I say this? Known as apotemnophilia, the desire of perfectly healthy people to have a limb amputated, with many of them actually going through with the surgery. Some had speculated that this well-known disorder is a cry for attention, or stems from a form of sexual perversion, or that patients had seen in childhood an amputee, and the image had somehow become imprinted as an ideal to them. In all these speculations, people seemed to doubt the reality of the actual sensation. It was all in their heads, they implied. Through simple interviews with several such patients, Ramachandran made some discoveries that dispelled these notions. In all cases, they involved the left leg, which was curious enough. In talking to them, it seemed clear to Ramachandran that they were not after attention, nor were they sexually perverse, but rather they were experiencing a very real desire because of some very real sensation. With a pen, they all marked the exact spot where they wanted the amputation. When he did simple galvanic skin response tests on their bodies, tests that record the registering of slight amounts of pain, he discovered that everything was normal, except when he pricked the part of the leg that the patient wanted amputated. The response was through the roof. The patient was experiencing that part of the limb as if it were too present, too intense, and this overactive sensation could only be done away with through amputation. In subsequent work, he was able to locate neurological damage to the parts of their brains that create and control our sense of body image. This damage had occurred at birth, or very early on. This meant that the brain could create a body image in a perfectly healthy person that was highly irrational. It seemed as well that our sense of self is far more subjective and fluid than we had thought. If our experience of our own body is something constructed in the brain and can go haywire, then perhaps our sense of self is also something of a construction or illusion, one that we create to suit our purposes, and one that can malfunction. The implications here go beyond neuroscience and into the realm of philosophy. The animal world can be divided into two types: specialists and opportunists. Specialists, like hawks or eagles, have one dominant skill upon which they depend for their survival. When they are not hunting, they can go into a mode of complete relaxation. Opportunists, on the other hand, have no particular speciality. They depend instead on their skill to sniff out any kind of opportunity in the environment and seize upon it. They are in states of constant tension and require continual stimulation. We humans are the ultimate opportunists in the animal world, the least specialized of all living creatures. Our entire brain and nervous system is geared toward looking for any kind of opening. Our most primitive ancestors did not begin with an idea in their heads for creating a tool to help them in scavenging and killing. Instead, they came upon a rock, perhaps one that was unusually sharp or elongated, an anomaly, and saw in this a possibility. In picking it up and handling it, the idea came to them to use it as a tool. This opportunistic bent of the human mind is the source and foundation of our creative powers, and it is in going with this bent of the brain that we maximize these powers. And yet, when it comes to creative endeavors, so often we find people going at them from the wrong end. This generally afflicts those who are young and inexperienced. They begin with an ambitious goal, a business, or an invention or a problem they want to solve. This seems to promise money and attention. They then search for ways to reach that goal. Such a search could go in thousands of directions, each of which could pan out in its own way, but in which they could also easily end up exhausting themselves and never find the key to reaching their overarching goal. There are too many variables that go into success. The more experienced, wiser types, such as Ramachandran, are opportunists. Instead of beginning with some broad goal, they go in search of the fact of great yield. Excuse me. A bit of empirical evidence that is strange and does not fit the paradigm, and is yet intriguing. This bit of evidence sticks out and grabs their attention, like the elongated rock. They are not sure of their goal, and they do not yet have in mind an application for the fact they have uncovered, but they are open to where it will lead them. Once they dig deeply, they discover something that challenges prevailing conventions and offers endless opportunities for knowledge and application. In looking for facts of great yield, you must follow certain guidelines. Although you are beginning within a particular field that you understand deeply, you must not allow your mind to become tethered to this discipline. Instead, you must read journals and books from all different fields. Sometimes, you will find an interesting anomaly in an unrelated discipline that may have implications for your own. You must keep your mind completely open. No item is too small or unimportant to escape your attention. If an apparent anomaly calls into question your own beliefs or assumptions, so much the better. You must speculate on what it could mean. this speculation guiding your subsequent research, but not determining your conclusions. If what you have discovered seems to have profound ramifications, you must pursue it with the utmost intensity. Better to look into 10 such facts, with only one yielding a great discovery, than to look into 20 ideas that bring success, but have trivial implications. You are the supreme hunter, ever alert, eye scanning the landscape for the fact that will expose a once hidden reality, with profound consequences. Number 3. Mechanical intelligence. From their earliest years, the brothers Wilbur Wright, 1867 to 1912, and Orville Wright, 1871 to 1948, displayed a rather unusual interest in the working parts of any kind of device, particularly the elaborate toys their father often brought home to them from his travels as a bishop in the United Brethren Church. They would take these toys apart in a state of extreme excitement, avid to figure out what made them tick. Then they would reassemble them, always with some modification. Although the boys were reasonably good at schoolwork, neither of them received a high school diploma. They wanted to live in a world of machines, and the only knowledge that really interested them was that which related to the design and construction of some new device. They were extremely practical. In 1888, their father needed to quickly print out a pamphlet for his work. To help him, the brothers cobbled together their own small job press, using the hinge from a folding buggy top in the backyard, rusty springs, and other pieces of scrap. The press worked brilliantly. Inspired by their success, they improved the design, using better parts, and opened their own printing shop. Those who knew the business marveled at the peculiar press the brothers had concocted, which managed to spit out 1,000 pages per hour, double the usual rate. The brothers, however, had a restless spirit. They needed constant challenges, and in 1892, Orville discovered the perfect new outlet for them, with the invention of the safety bicycle, the first bicycle featuring 2 wheels of the same size. America had become seized with a biking craze. The brothers purchased their own bicycles, entered races, and became fanatics in the sport. Soon, they were taking their bicycles apart and making minor adjustments. Seeing them at work in the backyard, friends and acquaintances would bring them their own bicycles for repairs. Within months, they knew bicycle technology from the inside out, and decided to open their own shop in their native Dayton, Ohio, where they sold, repaired, and even modified the latest models. This seemed to be the perfect match for their skills. They could make various changes on a bicycle, take it out for a test ride, feel what worked and didn't work, and then make further improvements. They were constantly striving to make the bicycles more maneuverable and aerodynamic, changes that would qualitatively alter the experience of riding and give the rider a feeling of being in complete control. Dissatisfied with the latest designs, they decided that the next logical step was to build their own aluminum frames and design their own custom-built bicycle. This represented a steep challenge. It would require months of on-the-job learning. To be able to properly build frames, the slightest flaw could cause all kinds of horrifying accidents. In the process of learning this skill, they purchased a slew of the latest tools, built their own one-cylinder engine to power them, and steadily became master bicycle craftsmen. Those who rode the Wright brothers' bicycles could feel right away the superiority of their vision, which included technological improvements that would soon become industry standards. In 1896, while convalescing from an injury, Wilbur read an article that would haunt him for years. It concerned the death of Otto Lilienthal, the leading designer of gliders and an expert in the growing field of aviation. He had died in a crash with his latest glider design. The photographs of the various gliders he had built, all in flight, astounded Wilbur. They looked like the wings of a giant prehistoric bird. As someone with a powerful sense of visualization, Wilbur could imagine the sensation of flying itself, and it thrilled him. But what had surprised him in the article was that over many years of test flights, perhaps numbering in the hundreds, Lilienthal had never been able to maintain the flight long enough to get a feel for the necessary improvements, and had probably died because of this. Several years later, newspapers were filled with stories about the latest pioneers in aviation, many of whom appeared to be getting closer to the goal of creating a motored flying machine. It was now turning into a race to be the first to succeed. His curiosity on the subject was getting deeper. Wilbur decided to write to the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., requesting all of their available information on aeronautics and flying machines. For the next few months, he pored over the materials, reading about the physics and mathematics behind flight, the designs of Leonardo da Vinci, and the gliders of the 19th century. He added to his reading list books about birds, which he now began to observe and study. And the more he read, the more he had the strange sensation that he and his brother could actually be the ones to win such a race. At first glance, this would seem an absurd idea. The men in the field were all experts, with incredible technical knowledge, some with impressive college degrees. They had an enormous head start over the Wright brothers. Designing and building a flying machine was an expensive venture that could total thousands of dollars and lead to yet another crash. The favorite to win the race was Samuel Langley, the secretary of the Smithsonian Institution, who had an enormous government grant to pursue his work and had already successfully flown a steam-powered unmanned model. The brothers came from a modest background, and the only money they had was the slender profits from their bicycle shop. But what all of these men lacked, in Wilbur's mind, was some basic common sense when it came to any kind of machine. These aviators had begun with the premise that what mattered was to get the machine in the air using a powerful engine of some sort, figuring the rest out once flight had been achieved. Getting in the air would impress the public, gain attention, and attract financial backing. This led to many crashes, constant redesigns, the search for the perfect engine, new materials, and more crashes. They were getting nowhere, and the reason was simple. As Wilbur knew, the key to building anything right is repetition. It was only by getting their hands on bicycles, fiddling and tinkering with them, then riding them and gaining a feel for what had worked, that the brothers had been able to design a superior variety of bicycle. Because the designers of the flying machines could not fly for more than a minute, excuse me. They were locked into a vicious cycle. They were never airborne long enough to learn how to fly and properly test out their designs, or get a feel for what might work. They were doomed to failure. Wilbur discovered another great flaw in their thinking that shocked him. they all overvalued the importance of stability. They thought in terms of a ship floating through the air. A ship is designed to maintain balance and to move in as stable and straight a manner as possible. Tipping from side to side is far too dangerous. Based on this analogy, they decided to design the wings of their flying machines in a slight V shape to compensate for any sudden gusts of wind and to keep the cruising aircraft in a straight line. But Wilbur felt that thinking in terms of ships was the wrong analogy. Instead, it was far wiser to think in terms of a bicycle. A bicycle is inherently unstable. It is the rider who learns quickly enough how to keep the bike in a secure position and to steer it properly by leaning to the side. A pilot of a flying machine, as he imagined it, should be able to safely bank and turn, or tilt up and down, and not be locked into a rigid horizontal line, like a ship. Trying to free the machine from the effects of the wind was actually quite dangerous, because it would remove the ability of the pilot to adjust. Armed with this knowledge, it was easy enough for Wilbur to convince his brother that a flying machine should be their next and ultimate challenge. They would have to use their limited profits from the bicycle shop to fund the project. This would force them to be creative, using scrap parts and never trying anything beyond their means. Instead of beginning with a grandiose device to test out their ideas, they would have to slowly evolve the perfect design, just as they had done with the printing press and the bicycle. They decided to begin as modestly as possible. They designed various kites to help them determine the perfect overall shape for a test glider. Then, based on what they had learned, they fashioned the glider itself. They wanted to teach themselves how to fly. The usual method of launching a glider off the crest of a hill was too dangerous. Instead, they decided to move operations to Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, the site of the strongest winds in the United States. There, on the sand dunes of the beaches at Kitty Hawk, they could get airborne from small elevations, fly close to the ground, and land in a soft bed of sand. In the year 1900 alone, they were able to perform more test flights than Lilienthal had attempted over many years. They slowly perfected the design and improved the materials and configurations. For instance, they learned to make the wings longer and thinner to improve the lift. By 1903, they had a glider they could fly for considerable distances, with remarkable control over turning and banking. It was indeed like a flying bicycle. Now it was time to take the final step, adding the engine and propellers to their design. As before, they looked at the designs of their rivals and noticed another weakness. They had modeled their propellers on those of boats. Once again, excuse me. As before, they looked at the designs of their rivals and noticed another weakness. They had modeled their propellers on those of boats, once again opting for stability. Based on their own research, the brothers decided that the blades should be cambered, like the wings of a bird. That would give the plane more thrust. Looking to purchase the lightest engine to power the machine, they found it was far beyond their budget. So, with the help of a mechanic in their shop, they built their own engine. In total, the cost of their flying apparatus would come in under $1,000. Considerably less than any of the designs of their competitors. On December 17, 1903, Wilbur piloted their flying machine at Kitty Hawk for an impressive 59 seconds, the first manned, controlled, and powered flight in history. Over the years, they would improve the design, and the flight times would increase. For the other competitors in the race, it was a complete mystery how two men, without any engineering or aeronautic experience or financial backing, had managed to get there first. The development of the airplane represents one of the greatest technological achievements in our history, with profound ramifications for the future. There simply was no real precedent or model to base the flying machine on. It was a genuine puzzle, and it required the highest degree of ingenuity to solve it. In the history of its invention, we can observe two radically different approaches. On the one side was a large group of engineers and designers with backgrounds in the sciences who saw the problem in abstract terms: how to get the plane launched and propelled, how to overcome wind resistance, and so on. They focused largely on the technology and worked to create the most efficient parts, the most powerful engines, the best designed wings, all of this based on elaborate lab research. Money was no object. This process depended on specialization, individuals who focused on different parts and who specialized in different materials. In many cases, the designer would not end up being the pilot. Someone else would do the test flights. On the other side were two men from a completely different background. For them, the pleasure and excitement of design was in doing everything themselves. They designed the machine, built it, and flew it. Their model depended not on superior technology, but on the highest number of test runs, creating an optimal learning curve. This revealed flaws to be worked on and gave them a feel for the product that could never be had in the abstract. The emphasis was not on the parts, but on the overall flying experience, not on power, but on control. Since money was a factor, supreme importance was placed on ingenuity and getting the most out of the least. The differences between the two approaches can be seen in the analogies they chose to base their designs on. The abstract thinkers opted for the ship analogy, working on the similarity of navigating an alien medium, water or air, which made them place importance on stability. The Wright brothers chose the bicycle, which emphasized the rider or pilot, the user-friendliness of the machine, and its overall functionality. Focusing on the pilot instead of the medium ended up being the right answer to the puzzle, because it led to the design of something that could be maneuvered. From that starting point, a more complex airplane could be easily evolved. Understand, mechanical intelligence is not a degraded form of thinking, as compared to abstract reasoning. It is in fact the source of many of our reasoning skills and creative powers. Our brain developed to its present size because of the complex operations of our hands. In working with resistant materials to create tools, our ancestors developed a pattern of thinking that transcends manual labor itself. The principles behind mechanical intelligence can be summarized as follows. Whatever you are creating or designing, you must test and use it yourself. Separating out the work will make you lose touch with its functionality. Through intense labor on your part, you gain a feel for what you are creating. In doing this work, you see and feel the flaws in the design. You do not look at the parts separately, but how they interact, experiencing what you produce as a whole. What you are trying to create will not magically take off after a few creative bursts of inspiration, but must be slowly evolved through a step-by-step process as you correct the flaws. In the end, you win through superior craftsmanship, not marketing. This craftsmanship involves creating something with an elegant, simple structure, getting the most out of your materials. A high form of creativity. These principles work with the natural bent of your brain and are to be violated at your own peril. And I think that is a good place for us to end for today. So I just want to say thank you very much to everybody that tuned in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll be streaming again tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I will see you then. If for whatever reason I end up sleeping in though, or something happens at 9 a.m., I will most likely try to stream a bit either later in the day, or I'll also stream on Friday. So yeah, I will hopefully see you all tomorrow at 9 a.m. Take care, everyone.